Hey guys, thanks for joining. I'm Heather and this is Fierce Fit Keto. It's my channel about my journey to a healthy weight and a healthy life. And this is just a little video that I wanted to make to give you a little background about my former marriage, my fiance, why I'm in Colorado, and everything about that. So if you'd like to hear a little bit more about the reason that my relationship is so key to my weight loss, just keep watching. All right, so here's the story. I've been lucky enough to have been in love more than once in my life. And the love of my life is my fiance. His name is Justin. We've known each other since we were in 6th grade. He moved to my hometown on his birthday in 1986. Is that right? It's his 11th birthday, so 1985. The very first time I ever saw him, I can't say that I loved him from the second I saw him, but I was 10 years old. I don't think a 10-year-old is capable of feeling that way about the opposite sex or the same sex or what have you, but I do know that I recognized right away that he was special. I clearly remember the very first time my friend Lisa told me his name when we were in the gym. And I legitimately was in love with him well and thoroughly by the time we were 12 years old. We never really dated in high school. We were friends, we were friendly. We made out a couple of times and hung around, but nothing really serious. We were never, boyfriend, girlfriend or anything like that. But one thing was for sure. From the time I was 12 years old, I knew that I would marry Justin. And it was never anything like an obsession for me or anything. It was simply a fact that I knew. The way that I describe it is that it's cosmic. For me, it's animal. Like, I recognized when I was very young that he was my mate. And for a long time, I waited for him to come into my life. And he didn't. I mentioned in a previous video that I didn't have a date until I was in college. It wasn't because of lack of trying. It was because I was waiting for Justin. I really wanted him. He was the only person I wanted. I'd been asked out on dates. I wasn't some hog or something like that, really. I mean, sure, I got picked on because, obviously, I had boobs and hips and I was shaped like a woman in, sophomore in high school. So, but yeah, I really waited for him my whole life, and then he didn't come around, and I had moved out and moved on in life, and I was 22, 23 years old by the time I really figured out that, man, this really wasn't going to happen. So I tried to move on, but in the back of my head the whole time it was always, where's Justin? What is he doing? Just always constantly thinking that he was the one that got away. So I started dating my ex, and I'll refer to him in videos and things like that. Hey B, what's up? There's no animosity there. The fact is, it's just our marriage crumbled, and ultimately, even though I loved my ex very much, he just was not the person for me. My fiance is. So when my ex and I were getting married, I refer to him as B, but everybody did, I couldn't sleep. And so because Justin was an hour behind in time, we would sit on the phone and talk, and we were just friendly from high school. He lived 1,000 miles away from me. And, my marriage was crumbling, and I had filed for divorce in December of 2015, and I asked him, I said, Justin, I need to get out of Dodge. Would it be okay, can I come and visit you? And he lived in Colorado Springs, which is where we live now, which is about an hour and a half south of Denver, and it was an adventure. And he said, heck yes, come on out. And at that point, I saw him again. I had seen him, months earlier. My heart was aflutter, but he was very much, you're married, there's not going to be anything between us, and I was fine with that. But by the time I actually got divorced in April of 2016 and I had visited him again and was no longer married, the sparks really started to fly. But here's the thing that's the sob story, is Justin lives in Colorado Springs because he needs a kidney transplant. In the 2007-2008 time frame, he started to have serious health issues, really bad blackouts and things that they still don't know what happened to him. But the fact is, his kidneys failed back in 2007-2008 time frame. So that was when I was getting married and he was living in another state, and so we missed each other completely. And then he got sick and he moved away, so we completely lost touch. And so the fact is one of the reasons that I feel so strongly that Justin and I were meant to be together is that I really feel that I need to be a part of his kidney. I want to donate a kidney to him. And the fact that I would be too fat to do that. You have to be in a normal weight range to be able to donate a kidney. They are, even though you donate a kidney, you're only left with one, and they need to make sure that you're a compatible candidate. I actually talked to a transplant specialist back in the 2000. I was already divorced, so this would have been, what year did I get divorced again? Anyway, when I got divorced, I asked somebody about that, and I told them my weight, and I was honest at the time, and they said, you're going to have to lose at least 50 pounds in order to, they won't take you. And when the time comes for Justin to receive a kidney, if I was rejected because I was too heavy, that would be heart-wrenching for me. That would never be something that I would be able to take. And luckily, I actually have a fairly rare blood type, so even if I'm not a match, I could donate a kidney to somebody else and have somebody else's kidney go to Justin because I have a rare blood type, and that might actually speed up the process. So the fact that I'm overweight, I want to be healthy for him in my life, absolutely. But that's kind of why I was hesitant to talk about this, because this is important for somebody else. My weight could mean something to somebody else. The love of my life, absolutely. And if I was unable to do that for him because I was too fat, I don't know that I could take that. I absolutely don't think that I could take that. So, we're engaged to be married. We got engaged in February of 2017. So we've been engaged over 3 years. And because of his health situation, we can't even discuss getting married while he needs a kidney like that because of insurance reasons. I live in this home that I own by myself. It's too much. We couldn't move forward with our life together as a couple without this. So while he loves me the way I am, I mean, we've always had feelings for each other, friendly or otherwise. He loves me exactly the way I am, which is a testament to just what a wonderful person, an amazing soul. He's, obviously my dog, my best friend Candy is my best friend, but Justin is more than that. He's my partner, he's my mate. It's more, and I have to be there for him. And there's no certainty, obviously, that I would be the person that could donate to him, but just the fact of being too heavy when the time came to be rejected, if I got rejected for something like that, I couldn't handle it. Absolutely not. So I just wanted to pop in and give you some background, kind of away from my own, my own story, just to kind of give you a little bit of detail around what all that means. Once again, that's that. So I may refer to it, but I did want to give you a little bit of a heads up. So if you've ever been through something like this, or know somebody that's given an organ like that, has information on donation, please comment on that below. I would love to be inspired by something like that, and like and follow my journey, because that hopefully will be part of this as well. And things are moving along for him, so hopefully, and funny enough, that's why I set the 12 months. I could have said 2 years, but I put a rush on it because some changes that are happening in 2021 with Medicare and Medicaid and all of that could actually bump him up in the list because he's been on dialysis so long. That's what I set that year about. I want to lose 50 pounds in 12 months, which is in timing with his transplant situation. So please thumbs up and subscribe. Maybe I could get him on sometime and maybe we'll talk about that a little bit more. So thanks again for stopping in. I'm Heather and this is Fierce Fit Keto, and I'll say so long for now. Have a good night. Bye.